Hello guys, Vortex here and welcome to another video. So we just did a quick review of Valeria. Now it's time for BORKKIR, the debatably the best tank in the game, maybe after Cyrus, but he's next to Cyrus. Well, why is that? Well, because he has everything. He has shields, he has unyielding state, he has these physical and magical damage reduction, which is really huge. He has very high stats, one of the highest stats in as a tank. So debatably one of the best tanks in the game, if not the best. Okay, so starting, and he's also an originator, the best tank faction in the entire game. So yeah. So first of all, his talent grants physical damage reduction, magical damage reduction to adjacent allies when possessing creeps. What is this? To adjacent allies when possessing these grant physical magic damage and magic damage reduction. So okay, oh, I got it wrong. It's the same buff, but it is now instead of 10%, it is 30%. Okay, who cares about his basic attack? His ultimate is really huge. He gains shield up to that's 80, 100, 120% HP all shield, which can tank a lot. It's very, very huge shield. So that's a very, very useful ultimate and can go up to uh, 900 cost and initial rage 400. That is extremely beneficial, especially in GVG. He's unkillable in GVG. That's his unyielding, receiving damage. Oh no, that's not. Yeah, that's his unyielding. When receiving fatal damage for the first time, the hero gains freeze. He's unable to take action and become immune to all damage for 8 seconds, which can go up to 12 seconds. That is the highest unyielding. I think Baron unyielding is about 8 seconds, but this is 12 seconds, which is crazy. So that makes him one of the best tanks in the game just for this amount of immune he has. His other passive is receiving damage has a 10% chance to inflict freeze on two enemies in range. If the hero has freeze, the chance will be increased by 20%. So essentially, if he's in his ultimate, or if he's in his this let's say unyielding phase, his freeze can go up to 20%, which can go up to 25%, and this is 15, go up to 25%. So why this is useful? Well, it's an RNG hell in GVG to go against BORKKIR because he might freeze your dogs, he might freeze your swarms. So he essentially can fuck your entire attack just by getting this RNG triggered at the right moment in time. So very, very good. Okay, so his A1 it actually enhances his freeze. He inflicts freeze upon 5 enemies around him when the shield form is an ultimate is gone. So if you ult with him and the ult after the ultimate is gone, he immediately inflicts freeze. That's another source of inflicting freeze upon the surrounding enemies, which is another source for RNG hell in GVG. His A2 is very standard. His A3 is when the hero is afflicted with freeze, increase received healing and shield by 20%. So during ultimate, he gains another 20%. During and he also gains another healing by 20%. It's decent, but it's not crazy. He's unkillable during his ult. He does not need that 20%. That's all. That's a very huge for all tanks is all damage reduction by 8%. That's very huge for all tanks. Okay, so when oh that's the Kraken's uh broke here awakening. Very huge for GVG. This essentially fucks me every time I go against Krakens in GVG. We fuck up because of A5 Brock here because he essentially gains 100% max HP after his unmute. Then he also accumulated all the rage, for his ultimate, so he casts his ult upon his 100% HP. So that's like 220% HP you have to cut to chop before you kill him. Very, very annoying to go against A5 Brokiers in GBG. Very annoying. So that's the Kraken's GBG Brokier. So all in all, a very, very, very solid tank. This is the most solid tank in the entire game that you can find. Very shorty, but he's very powerful. So if you don't have him, you really, really need him. He's essentially uh, used in two main places, like um, speaking about two main uses in the game essentially in the Immortal Codex, the Hellfire Emperor, and the Void Rift and the Guild Wars. That's like the two end game uses for him. However, if you are early, mid, and late game, you can essentially use him in Void Rift. He's one of the best there. In Gear Dungeon 2 is very, very useful. In Gear Dungeon 1 is also very, very good because he's very tanky. In AMR, he's actually very good. I think Olag is better in AMR because he has this self shielding, but Brokir also is very, very useful. Yeah, I guess that essentially sums up Brokir. Very useful tank. If you don't have him, you should definitely go for him, make a copy of it. So yeah, that was our quick review. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye.